When tasting or smelling something, like this pizza, we often take the sensation that comes with it for granted. So what really makes the pizza taste and smell this way? For such an intricate sensation, it can't be as simple as just some obscure particles. In fact, there are a whole array of complex organic molecules which are responsible for the way things taste and smell. So how exactly does it work? Step 1 is that the molecules have to be inhaled by the nose. For this they need to be volatile, which means they are both light and gaseous. Once inhaled, the molecules enter an area called the nasal cavity and diffuse. 95% of the nasal cavity is used to filter out air, especially in this area, where the nose hairs are located to filter out the larger particles inhaled by the nose. The more volatile particles travel to the back of the nasal cavity and hit a specialized sensory organ called the nasal epithelium. This is the basic structure of the nasal epithelium. The mucus layer is both protective and allows the molecules to stick. Olfactory receptors are specialized neural cells which identify different compounds or smells and then send an electric signal to the brain. The ethmoid bone separates the nasal cavity from the brain. And lastly, the olfactory bulb takes all of this information and makes sense of it and sends it to the brain, which is located just above. Let's run through the process. Here we see an odorant molecule which has just reached the nasal epithelium. At first, it gets lodged into the mucus layer and dissolves into it. There, it finds one of the odorant receptors and gets turned into an electric signal. There are more than 40 million of these odorant receptors in the nasal epithelium. All of these electric signals travel up to the olfactory bulb. All this information comes together in little bundles called glomeruli, and are then eventually sent through synaptic pathways to the brain. But how does the brain know the difference between, say, a lemon or a pizza? When tasting or smelling a pizza, we are actually experiencing a variety of different molecules. If all of those molecules are present at the same time, our brain will simulate the taste of a pizza. You could see it as each molecule being a different note, and all coming together to form different chords, or in our case, tastes.